Welcome everybody, my name is Tim and today we'll be talking about reproductive rights. In my opinion, I believe that everyone deserves to have their basic rights met, such as their freedom to control their own bodies. Our reasoning being that bodily autonomy is a basic human right. Birth control is used for far more than a contraceptive, and there should be a separation between church and state. And the percentage of children left in the foster care system, as well as deaths related to a lack of reproduction rights, is what you're going to be learning about today in this speech. For my first point, I will be teaching you the importance of bodily autonomy. The University of California's Sociology Department defines bodily autonomy as the right to self-govern one's own body without external influence or coercion. It is generally considered to be a fundamental human right. If someone dies, the consent is needed prior for their organs to be taken and used for somebody else. Same rules should be applied for babies, because babies use up blood, organs, and a lot of energy from the mother's body to be created. And then pregnancies can also be very, very difficult for the mothers. Pregnancies and birth processes are extremely traumatic for rape victims, and pregnant women cannot work to sustain themselves while carrying the baby to term and nursing. There are ways for women to prevent pregnancies, while at the same time giving them multiple benefits as well, and that is the birth control pill. Now, there are a multitude of benefits besides acting as a contraceptive pill, including it protects you from polycystic ovary syndrome, endometriosis, premenstrual syndrome, and symptoms such as acne and lack of periods. These conditions can be very serious without treatment. For example, endometriosis can cause extreme pain with periods and for tissue to form outside its normal location in the uterus. Many people believe that by taking away birth control, they are promoting abstinence, but instead they are taking away contraceptive pills, and they are harming adolescent girls with severe medical issues. Another example of this is PCOS, or polycystic ovary syndrome, and that is a hormone imbalance, and that can cause irregular periods, unwanted hair growth, and extreme acne for young women. Now, I've told you what happened when reproductive rights were revoked, but now I will tell you the aftermath that happens in this country and everywhere else in the world as well. On any given day, there are nearly 438,000 children in foster care in the United States. While states should work rapidly to find safe permanent homes for these children, on any given day, children available for adoptions has been an average of nearly 2 years waiting to be adopted since their parental rights were terminated. When parents are forced to have children they do not want, those children are the ones to suffer from it. And it's sad to think about many children that spend their lives going home to home with the chance of being abused being there. And even when abortions are outlawed, they are still being done, just not in safe ways. Unsafe abortion is one of the 5 major causes of maternal mortality. It accounts for 13% of maternal deaths globally, but up to 50% in South Africa. It accounts for over 70,000 maternal deaths each year, and causes a further 5 million women to suffer temporary or permanent disabilities. When people vote on abortion rights, they are normally thinking about what they would choose to do, rather than leaving an individual to decide what happens to their own body. And many people that consider themselves pro-life consider it their moral and religious obligation to keep other people from performing abortions. But it is unconstitutional to have legal control over someone else's body. Thus, the church and state should remain separate. In conclusion, I would like to thank you all for coming and listening to me speak about something I'm very passionate about. And you've heard me say that everyone should be able to exercise their basic human rights. And reproductive rights are something important to have because bodily autonomy is very, very specifically important to each individual. Thank you guys for listening.